Good morning. I think I left my argument as usual hanging there about Mr. Chan Chun Sing. I'm going to talk about him versus NCM because both of them were from the MOE, or rather they take on the MOE portfolio for a period of time. Mr. Chan is still there, doing a fine job, by the way. I'm going to talk about the youths who have been caught, instigating boycotts at opposition rallies. And this Sean Huang, who recently suspended comments on his Instagram account. Sean Huang from PAP, if I'm not wrong. I'm going to talk about female MPs. Oh, that's been so awesome. The new slew of female MPs. I particularly like the one from WP. I just can't remember her name. Jeremy Tan, the independent candidate that former colleague pointed my attention to. I think he's an independent candidate of Mountbatten, GRC. So, NCM versus Chan Chun Sing. Okay, yes, a former teacher friend who has since left the civil service. I have left too. I'm only doing part-time, and I'm decided during this period where I'm on leave. I've taken my leave just to take care of my elderly dogs and keep an eye on my elderly parents. I have since rethought about my finances, reworked my finances, and I can practically just retire. Because I'm not high maintenance, I don't own any of those gazillion dollars luxurious items. I'm not materialistic. I don't own a single one of them. And when the videos from the factory outlets came out mocking the how materialistic America and the rest of the world is, I was just laughing away. The teaching world. In fact, I even overheard in the staff room once, quite recently, that a female teacher was just complaining about her husband buying the wrong LV or Gucci handbag, and she was just bemoaning. When she walked past my cubicle, looked at me, I think she walked right past because she knows that I would probably roll my eyes and not entertain that kind of frivolous talk. Poof. Okay, so in the same vein of education, so a former a teacher friend who has since left the industry to join and become a full-time artist in the USA, has recently posted a story about his experience with NCM. First of all, since the last general election, NCM, let's just point for short, has been giving me very fake vibes, and I still stand by that. And these stories that has recently emerged about him has just confirmed my gut feeling about this guy. He's trying to break into politics again, having failed miserably last round, 2020. So it was pointed out by him and many other staff teachers who have mentioned that this Mr. has been, who knows whether he has changed, very arrogant. He still carries his OSCM ways when he met with teachers in schools, various schools, and he would talk down on these teachers and even students and says, you must stand, when you talk to the director or MOE, and he would gaslight them. So just go to their account. I'm David I think, to read all the various comments. And of course, the others minions, the PAP minions, would come in and former NTUC, even staff employees would have also chimed in and say, oh no, Mr. Ng is a very down-to-earth, very humble, he listens to us, he jokes with us, but at work he's very serious. As a friend, he's a very nice person. But a point brought up by David was that, David, was that if at a workplace, you don't treat your colleagues and your subordinates with decency, that speaks volumes about your character, right? Please don't carry this SAF crap. That's the problem when you parachute SAF scholars and high flyers to the civil service. So, however, on the other hand, Chan Chun Sing has done a splendid job evolving into a very, very decent, a very empathetic Minister of Education. Of course, he started off being very stiff. There was a lot of criticism about him, SAF scholar, he doesn't know how to present himself in a very compassionate manner in schools. Look at him today. Wow. This guy is praised by my former colleague who is a school psychologist, one of those assessors of learning needs. She kept going on and on about Chan Chun Sing being so compassionate. He listens, unlike Ng Chi Ming, who just brushes aside suggestions in MOE HQ. And Chan Chun Sing is, he converses and film conversing with kids. That can't be scripted, she says. Yeah, I agree. I mean, you can sense the authenticity oozing out of Mr. Chan. And Mr. Chan, I just want to say, good job. You gave me very good vibes, like Heng Swee Kiat, who is very sincere, very authentic, who really loves teachers, who is on the ground championing the causes of teachers and students, and even like flipping tables on the very or PSLE, even confronting parents on their obsession with grades, changing the PSLE system and what have you. And I think he's doing the right thing. Thank you, Mr. Chan. So evolution is possible. I'm not totally critical of PAP. But back to second point, some of these youths have been reported by TOC, the online citizen. They have been rallying on WhatsApp, Telegram to sabotage opposition rallies, and of course these chat groups have since been disbanded, and fortunately none of these rallies have materialized, but who knows, right? They could have been happening already, but just that these people were caught with receipts, evidence of their chats. So one of them being PAP Sean Huang, he was even involved in a chat, and we were told by I just read a report on mainstream media that he has since stopped all comments on his social media, Instagram, to stop the tsunami of criticisms. I just also saw another report of some youth kids wheeling themselves on the wheelchairs at polling stations, and the police is investigating this. Are you crazy? Okay, so the youth manians who are just blindly championing PAP, have you ever seriously thought about what you are speaking up for? And if you are passionate about it, please be open to counter arguments. So there's this other person who found out I was a teacher while I was engaging my former student in a chat. He didn't call it a chat. In the end, he gaslit me and said, don't put on this air of superiority. I said, who's putting on an air of superiority except that you perceive? You are just gaslighting me because you cannot argue anymore. Let's carry a civil dialogue online. And for that, he has kept quiet. Maybe he will not after this. If you support your minister, please have killer evidence and know how to argue clearly and engage people who presents a different opposing point of view. Be prepared to be open-minded, be risk-averse. I see blue.